Hello again, this is Joe at Gen Con, and I'm here with Battle at Kemble's Cascade, and I've got the creators here. I've got Olle and Anders, and take it away, guys.
Yeah, so this is a top-down scroller, like the one you would see over there. That is just for fun, it's not the game in there, but
yes,
it's gonna scroll down. So what we do is that each player plays on the board here, moves around, shoots at things, interact with it. When everyone has done one turn, we're going to remove this one, add it to the top, and add new cards. So you build your level with different sections.
Is there a game about to start?
And like here we have an asteroid section. Before that we had some squadron with easy enemies. And in the end there's going to be a boss like this one. So, what's the goal of the game? The goal of the game is to gain as much glory as possible. And that is the points over there. And that is done with either completing your missions, you get free glory from that one. You can complete achievements. The first one who does like this one, 4 moves in one turn, gains 1 glory, and then you put a new one up. You can interact with a few things on the board, like this one, or this mini boss here. Or of course, the big boss is going to give you a lot of glory when you destroy the different parts here.
And on top of that, you can kill off each other.
Yeah.
That's
the last thing you get glory from is watching other people die.
Oh, terrific.
So, how does it work? Each turn, every player chooses a sensor card, and they show it simultaneously. The one with the highest number goes first, and then the second highest, and so on.
Okay.
And when you do your turn, you have 1 free move and 1 free fire.
To start with?
Yeah, to start with you can get better, we'll get to that.
Yep.
So you move 1 time, and then you can shoot 1 time.
Okay.
When you shoot it at something, you do 1 damage to start with. You cover it, you get the reward, there you get a Bellonium, that's the currency.
Okay.
With the Bellonium, you can buy upgrades. And those are all upgradable, like the missile has stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3.
Great.
So it gets more and more awesome.
Right.
And you got the laser, it fires a lot of times, the gamma that fires through anything, and the flame, a cheap one, but it only fires just in front of your ship. So that one is really tough, but it's just for short range.
Right.
After you have moved, you have to take care of the bullets coming your way. In these games, there's always bullets flying at you, and you will try to avoid them. And the way you do that is you check your 8 squares around you to see how many bullets that are going to be shot at you.
Yeah, so basically you check around you to see which enemies have got your attention and they will fire on you.
Got it.
So we got 2 here.
Okay.
That will leave you at 2 threat. The next turn...
Slow bullets always move very slowly.
So you have slow bullets coming your way now. Pew, pew, pew. And for each move you make your next turn, you can avoid 1 bullet.
Right.
You dodge the bullet.
Yes. So you move around, dodging the bullets. If you don't have any more moves left, the last bullet's going to hit you. And then you check for new threat for the next turn. If you fire at each other, you just fire more bullets. So it's going to add threat. So you always have the possibility to try to avoid the bullets coming your way. So even if someone has the biggest gun, you never know what the other guy might have up his sleeve in order to avoid that.
Okay.
And up his sleeve is power-ups that you can collect, and you always start with a power-up. So these are like one of things that you can use to do a lot of things.
Like this one. Here you can switch spaces with two cards.
Yeah. So just basically you can change the space.
Got it.
For example.
Moving players also.
Right. Okay.
I have one that I can shoot backwards and to the sides once.
Got it.
For example.
The game progresses, and it's combined in different level packs. So you first have the squadrons, which are easy enemies, if you want, and then you have the asteroids and so on, and ends with a big boss. And you can actually construct your level. The game whichever you want.
Oh, yeah,
so you
right.
can make a longer game or a shorter game, and we have other level packs like tunnels and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
So you can like start off with heavy stuff and do that.
Right.
And when everyone has done their move, as I said, we're going to remove that one. That means that this guy who is at the end of the screen is going to get pushed.
Oh, yeah.
So, for example, when you start to get into the asteroids, you can start blocking each other, because if you get pushed into someone, you get damaged, and then you will have to move either here or here.
Okay.
And if you move here, it's an asteroid. You're going to get a damage, and you move here. So then it's going to start trying to get through the asteroids, but you can't do that.
Right.
So basically, if people are positioned here, here, and here, the guy who's in the behind gets pushed, nowhere to go, so it just explodes.
And that is, of course, only if this is the last part of the screen.
Sure.
If you remove this one. So you try to get, If you feel like, okay, I don't have that much energy left, you can always do a power down.
Okay.
And that's the other way. That what we have done now is the battle. We have moved around, we have shot at each other, but instead you can do the power down. Then you do nothing at all, and the generator in the ship can focus on giving you energy back.
Right.
So you get energy. You still resolve the threat. The bullets that are coming your way from last turn, they hit you.
Right.
If you survive, then you can shop, and then you use the polonium to buy the upgrades.
Okay.
And believe me, you need the upgrades.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
So when you play the game, it's a lot about. I would say it's more tactical than strategical. So you cannot beforehand think that, oh, this is how I'm going to win.
Right.
It's more like, okay, this is what the others did this turn, this game, and what mission I have. So this time I should go for these upgrades.
Yeah. So basically, for instance, if one person early in the game upgrades his weapon to maximum, maybe upgrades his rotary tower to rotate freely, and an engine, that means he's out for killing players. So you should buy sort of a shield or an engine to try to get away from him.
Yeah. I see.
Regardless of what strategy you have to adapt to.
Yes, you need to react to what everyone else is doing, and the board as well, I'm sure. As things come out. Okay,
So,
cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. We have like this wormhole level pack with wormholes in them, so you can jump through them freely to appear at other places. Yeah, it's going to show the tunnels as well. And for the demo purpose, what we're doing here is that we're doing a shortened version of the game with a pre-selected boss, the cannon ram. Yeah, we can lay him out. It looks like this, badass boss. And the last part, I don't know what that is. There you go. And you see this boss takes a lot more damage. He has some immunity to certain weapon types. And
this is how much energy that part needs to. You need to shoot at that one.
I shoot at long distance also, so you can shoot all the way now.
Oh wow!
And you know, in these games, when you kill off the final boss, or you think you kill him off, he just comes back and is more angry.
Right.
So that was happening here. You shoot off one of these squares, flip it over, and he's just mad.
He comes back even worse.
So this is he's a player killer. So some of the bosses have rules like that too.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you don't kill off the boss and you kill off each other, you're gonna get squashed by the boss. So it's sort of sometimes you have to team up to block people and shoot the boss and stuff like that.
And in the game, you are going to die. If you die, everyone else just gain a little bit of glory. And you start off the screen, the next turn you can move in again.
Oh, okay.
So you don't lose anything.
So you don't get eliminated.
Yeah.
You just have to go back.
So it's just a glory thing.
Right.
We don't like games where you have
where you have to sit around and watch everyone else play for the rest of the game.
We have to try to eliminate downtime and everything.
That's great.
And here's another section that's not in at the moment. It's tunnels. So there's a wall on the right side all the time, so you're going to get thin tunnels that you have to move through.
Yeah, and if you use a lot of these, you realize what happens. It's going to be like, trenches from the Death Star, sort of. You have to choose which tunnel to fight. And everybody behind you will just fire at your ass. And but there's a lot of things to collect, so it's good to be first, but you really want to do it quick. Yeah.
Maybe you want to add a space mosquito, or a time bomb, or maybe a merchant, who knows?
Yeah. Space mosquitoes, you fire at him, you can't destroy him, he just gets very annoyed and wants to move. So you fire at him, and then you can switch places. with
Oh, I
him
see.
and another Jason. So you can
never
actually
dies.
stand here, fire him, and move along.
Oh, wow.
that way. So, sort of. Yeah, it's a lot of small stuff, and there's
So-
a huge amount of references to existing old shoot 'em up retro
Right.
games. I don't know, hundreds.
Nice.
So-
Terrific.
I don't even know all of them because the artists have made some references that we don't. I got to know some of them today.
Well, the one that immediately comes to mind is obviously Defender, just with the ships and the side scroller. I think that's the one that triggered for me right away.
Yeah.
But there are like.
Yeah,
The boss
I know
on the
that-
front cover is from Darius. Yeah.
Oh,
This one,
Attention beloved Gen Con attendees.
Kingdom Rush.
Don't forget to get the first game to feature the iconic Gen Con characters.
Almost exactly the same as a top-down scroller.
Meet the designers.
This one is
receive limited
they
edition
only made
pins
20
and
copies.
bask
This
in
is
all the
hand-painted
glory.
collectible ships.
Exclusively available today and tomorrow.
they made some
while
story about all
supplies
the-
last at Kawaii
all the
Beach
ships
booth
and the
number
pilots.
149.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That is cool. Very cool.
So, flying around, shooting at things, shooting at each other, upgrading your ship to make it even more awesome.
Right.
And at the end, trying to kill off the boss. That's what it's about.
Doing this, like laughing in the other people's faces all the time.
It's a lot of laughing. When we had demoing here, we have had demos where people only fire at each other, so they didn't have time to buy the upgrade, so in the end they crash into the boss, but they're laughing all the time.
Right.
So it's how you want to play it.
But it's not like diplomacy. You don't hate each other after it that
Right.
much. So, yeah.
That's great.
Good balance.
Yeah,
So, how many players?
it's 2 to 4 in the box.
2 to 5.
2 to 5, sorry, 2 to 5 in the box.
Okay.
And pretty soon we're gonna online add scenarios for one player. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
gonna be 1 to
Single
5.
player
Cool.
Each card here has a unique number, 83, 28,
Okay.
82, sorry. And in the single player scenarios, you just build a level that is exactly the same. Like
We have
first you do
decided
the
the
1 and
exact
then you do
order.
the 5. Yeah. So it's
Oh,
the
okay.
exact order, and you have a goal. Gain as much Bolognium as possible, for example.
Okay.
And we
we're
have
gonna
our
put-
score
we're
there,
gonna
so
put
we're
our
going to be
score
there.
on
The designer's score was
Right.
22. Try to beat it.
Terrific.
Another important thing to mention is that if you play 4 to 5 players, you use this width all the way.
Uh-huh.
If you play 2 to 3 players, you're only going to use 3 cards width.
Oh, I see.
To make it
So you keep
more
the action.
balanced. And you
Right,
see
you're trying to
these
keep everything
trays,
tight.
They're just taped here since we're demoing it like
Sure.
100 times. You can slide them to make
Right.
it wider or larger.
Gotcha.
Wider or thinner.
Cool.
So basically, you can play like 50 players with super wide area.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Well, there you have it, folks. Check out Battle at Kemble's Cascade from Z-Man Games. It looks awesome.